All right. Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our June 2025 ADT. And we're almost a quarter of the way through July and heading towards summer at last, thank heavens.
Not
So
Yeah. 100%.
some of us
You're
think positive.
been cold, eh? It really has been cold.
Yes, but we're nice and warm over here. Oh, good. Carlene's back again. All right. Well, welcome to everybody. I'm glad to see everybody here. And then obviously this is being recorded, so hopefully a few more people will see this as well a little bit later. So I got designated to direct tonight. Um, so I'm glad to see everybody's here. My computer's talking loudly to me at the moment. So a few things I wanted to just focus a little bit on business for this particular ADT because I think we need to be growing and developing, as we found out at Bloemfontein recently. So we're doing network marketing, and network is the key word over here. And I've decided that somebody that I know who is very good at networking and talking to people and just being friendly and open with people can teach us how. So, Kay, teach us your secrets, please.
Thanks, Sean. Uh, I, Sean, you're really putting me on the spot here. Um, yeah, so a little background of myself. I've lived on the coast 50 years, and yeah, I went to school here and never really left. Uh, Traveled and stayed overseas for a couple of years and came back and decided, okay, well, home is home. I'm not moving anymore. I need to settle down. And so I met Bruce, and I've always been a waitress. Um, since I was like 16, and traveled and waitressed all over and spoken to people, and yeah. So I think the networking started from when I was a child, and waitressing, meeting people, knowing people, getting to know them. And after my last stint of my overseas trip in Australia, and I came home, I carried on waitressing, was helping my mum with the birds, and working really hard. Met someone, and we got together, and we still networked. I still networked because it, it's ingrained. You always are going to meet people wherever you go. And little did you know that you start a business. I started with a nursery on the farm, and was selling plants all over the country. um, and from there we grew into the garden service, and then we grew into um, and helping people with their gardens, and yeah, in between we had the children, and so your network of people gets bigger and bigger as you go along. And I just realized that, yes, Sean's like saying, oh, I network and I'm friendly, and that it's all part of being on the coast. You get to know people, you want to know people, you want to help people, and so you get to know your individual clients, and then they ask you, oh, do you know this person, or do you know somebody who does this? And I'm like, yeah, no, I know somebody. I often used to think to myself, I should actually charge for my services. And because invariably I would know somebody, or I would know of somebody, and I would get their numbers for the client. And so now that I have started with the Neolife, um, I'm doing a lot more connecting with people, and trying to help them with their, well, trying to get to know them, and if they've had issues, trying to help them, um, and saying, okay, this is what we would use, or this is what we would recommend, or I'm finding it a lot harder for customers to trust me, if you know what I mean, um, with their health, because they don't want to buy the products. They'll tell you the story and you'll recommend it. So I'm not too sure how I get them to trust me with their health. So um, that to me is a big, it's been a big stumbling block. But if I look at it at the other end of the thing with the garden service, it's taken me 20 years to get to this place where I am at, where customers trust me with their gardens, and and um, so yeah, so my client base has really grown in the last 3-4 years, where I'm now comfortable, or uh, where I'm so busy that I have to turn people away, and so I've got to just get to that place where, okay, how am I going to get the customers to trust me with their health and their nutritional needs? So yeah, and I network all over. Sometimes it's very frustrating when I know that this is what they should be taking, and yeah, and also, to find the right people for the business. I'm not that at that place yet either. With the Neolife business, I mean. So yeah, I don't know how and why, but we're gonna get there. And if it takes time, I'm quite prepared to put in the time. And I've got to do a little bit more research on getting the right phrasings and stuff like that. Yeah, so yeah, I hope that's long enough, Sean. Is that okay?
Absolutely perfect. Well done. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
yeah, it's not a case of you don't have to be the expert. And once
Yeah,
again, through the networking, you're listening to people who have got a problem, you're offering them a
yes,
solution, and you're simply
yes,
linking them with the company. What
yes,
they do with it from there is up to them. So
yes,
we're not doctors. We don't make any medical claims. We don't have to, and don't stress about learning the correct terminology because the people you deal
yes,
with are clueless. They have no idea is this the correct terminology or not. All they're looking for
yes,
is somebody who's willing to listen to them because
yes,
you're a networker first, you're a network marketer second,
yes,
and you're not going out to speak to them because you're going to sign them up or it's going to be business. You're there,
yes.
a friendly
Because you
ear.
care.
They've got a problem. Exactly. You care. And people don't care how much you
Yes,
know, they want to know how much you care.
yes,
So
yes.
you
Yeah,
simply
okay.
are listening to them and saying,
Yes,
if I could show you a solution, would you be open to looking at it? That's it.
okay.
Simple as that.
Yeah,
Keep it basic, keep it simple. And then
okay.
use the tools. You don't have to be the tool. Use the tools. We've got a
Yeah,
back office full of information. Share that
okay.
information They decide.
Okay.
That's all that
Okay.
you do. And it is going to
Okay.
take time for people to know you and not think, oh, they just came out to scare me. I've been doing
Yeah.
this for a good few many years, and it took quite a while for people to realize that, oh, he sells health stuff, and he sort of knows what he's talking about.
Yes. Yes.
Only after many
Yes.
years that they start to, you get referrals from other people. And sometimes
Okay.
people I would have spoken to like 5 years ago suddenly knock on your door and say, oh, are you still doing that stuff?
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, what are you looking for something? And then from there, but it takes
Yes.
time. This is
Yes.
as
Okay.
one of the guys says, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a get rich
Yeah.
eventually. Because if you stay in
Yeah.
it, you will get rich eventually, but it's not quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all we do
Yeah.
is helping
Okay.
people. So well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Carry on
Thank you.
talking and networking,
Yes, I
not just
will.
locally,
Thank
but
you.
nationally and internationally. So that's brilliant.
Yes. Thank you.
Right. And
Awesome.
now we have a person who I know juggles many different hats because she told us a lot about this on our trip to Bloemfontein. So, Carleen,
Ah,
how do you juggle being a mom and a businesswoman and a part-time businesswoman too? Let us know. Go for it.
Yeah. My topic is part-time or anytime. So I was thinking about this and I decided if you're serious about your future, this is a all the time business. If you have a full-time job, do your job well. Be a good employee, be trustworthy, be loyal. In your job, be the kind of person that people want to do business with. Okay, give your company the time that they deserve, but keep your eyes and your ears open all the time. And make a mental note of people that you meet, that you want to add to your names list. If you do this, you are working your business all the time. Whether you are in a job, doesn't matter. So to make life easier, keep a notebook handy for names and numbers, or even ideas as it pop up in your head. My business is wherever I am. So, as you mentioned, I have several opportunities that needs my attention. And to be honest, I did not even think about family and home. It's just work-wise. And I have discovered the impact of a power hour. It's amazing how much you can get done if you sit down for 1 hour and just focus and do what needs to be done. Okay, so for example, in an hour, you can make a phone call. That first phone call where you ask someone, are you open to look at a concept to earn extra money? You can make a second phone call where you follow up on the phone call that you made yesterday to make an appointment. You can even go to the third person and do that 20-minute one-on-one for the person that you phoned 2 days ago and show a plan quickly. You can also keep your team updated with events. You can send out product info for someone that might need it. You can even do an order. All those important things. Do it quickly, get it done. If you don't faff around, you can actually get a lot done. Okay, so what works for me is to dedicate a certain evening to every business. So I also work for our church. I'm our church secretary. So Mondays I spend with our church. I do everything that needs to be done. On Wednesdays, I give attention to my handbag business. I book my market events, I order stock, I advertise. I only started this business for 2 reasons. Number one, I love handbags. And number two, it's an opportunity to meet new people. Okay, Tuesdays and Thursdays are set out for my new life business. And I have to admit, I don't have everything under control yet. because my job as an estate agent takes up a lot of time. And sometimes I have to work in the evenings, especially in summertime when it's light very late and people want to see houses after hours and so on. But I'm getting there. I'm getting the hang of it. So how much time you spend on your business should be determined by your goals. So decide the level you want to be and when you want to reach it. Break it up into a doable plan. That will give you an idea of how much time you need to spend every day on building, planning, etc. And the secret is to do it and do it consistently. This business is a numbers game. Just keep going and success will happen. And that's my story. That power hour is really powerful.
Perfect. Thank you. Yes. And if you just do that 1 hour a day, that's 5 hours a week. So it works out 20 hours a month. And if you focus and are consistent, that little power hour can be like a nuclear bomb. Nuclear bomb, it's just got those little things inside there, and when you split that atom, big things happen. And you can do the same in an hour. But as you said, the key, consistent. And use technology. If you don't have a notebook, I don't have a handbag. So I don't have a notebook and a handbag. I've got one in my pocket, but I've also there. And use it. Everything is on I always say jokingly, my phone is my office because it's everything, and occasionally I use it to make phone calls. But use these things, keep it with you, keep it updated, because exactly as you said, when you meet somebody, you go, and you write down their name. I'm quite bad about asking for phone numbers, but I've learned to talk to people and figure out various things, and eventually I'll figure out their name and their phone number and all the rest, but I don't ask them directly. I know it's a downside, but work in progress. Keep going. It's brilliant. Thank you very much, and thank you for your contribution.
Thank you.
Right.
Well done.
Debbie, your favorite topic and your favorite time, recognition.
Wow. Good, good. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hello. I can see that
Hi.
everybody's starting to gear up and get going, and I can honestly say that our Jenny Holiday did a phenomenal month last month. We got two people joined to her, and Rosemary got 50 Rand because she got 500 club. So, yeah, keep going, Jen. You're doing well. And it's good to have you on, even though you're on holiday, or are you back home?
I'm always a happy holiday because I am Jenny Holiday, but I'm in this beautiful place. I should actually put the pictures on the group. I've just taken a picture of the moon over the sea, and I better say the end because I'm taking time, but I'm having a wonderful holiday. I've never been on holiday really in all my life, and so here I am being on holiday. Thank you.
Yeah. So I can see already that this month is going to be a good month. Well done, Rosemary, on your 500 points plus. So yeah, that little team there is going to grow nicely. So that's about it. Thank you, Sean.
Great. Thank you very much. And now we're going to have a commercial break. Ansi, I know we've got a couple of very exciting events coming up. Can you share which of them are the more important ones to take note of straight away?
Okay, I'll keep it short and sweet. Hello, everybody. Yes, I will say Eagle Team events first. As you all know, Tuesday is Sean's meeting, 7:30. And then Thursday is John and Debbie. And also 7:30. Just the ADT on month end is 7 o'clock. And then we've got Acres coming up, 13th to the 16th of November. Fortunately or unfortunately, I would say, you have to qualify. You can't just buy a ticket. It doesn't work like that. And you have to submit your 6-2 plan. That is you and your organization. And then you also have to qualify in the months July, August, September, and then email that to the Eagle Team office and do your drawings in black, please. The reason for that is when Jeanette wants to make copy for Charlie, it must be clear. And at Eagle Team, I've seen there in the right corner the interesting topics that they discuss on that weekend. Those who've been there, I think maybe Sean and John and Debbie, if we can have, say, a month on either Wednesday, Tuesday or Thursday night, and then just have an open evening with the different topics and have an open meeting for us to discuss and ask questions. It's mentoring, counseling, product training, leadership training, and life skills. I think that is very, very important for our business to grow. And then now the New Life, as you all know, this coming Saturday is 2 o'clock at the AHA Hotel, Gateway, is Ashley Peebles. And she is just very, very exciting. Just to give you a few clips or tips, she said she's excited. She can't wait to meet us. So we must all be excited and we must bring our team to this event. And she said we must bring those people who said, no, not now, maybe next time. So now is the time to bring them. Bring everyone. And even those who made a promise and said later. She said, we're going to have a blast and learn something. Be excited for the business. It's your business. She said, New Life make no promises. Not making promises that you can make money, because it's not up to New Life, it's up to you. The same with weight loss. You have to use the products. Usually it's 90 days. Sean did the 1 year, well done. And she said, and then we will be able to ask any questions. Why New Life? What is behind New Life? And so she said, we mustn't waste any more time. So come there with your people and ask any questions. You're going to get a lot of tips. And then the second meeting for New Life is the Impact Summit, 18th of October this year. And the cost is 400 Rand for distributors, and new distributors is 300 Rand. And get your ticket as soon as possible. End of story. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah, we are.
Thank you.
Can I just come in and just say that on kickoff meeting for next year, I don't know, I know mainly for you, Sean, you've got to diarise it.
Yep,
it's the 17th of January. You have. Okay, great.
And Bloemfontein is diarised too.
Okay, cool.
What is Pico's next year's meeting?
It's Charlie's kickoff.
Kickoff meeting at which
yes. Oh, yes, that's correct.
Okay. Right, yeah, because it's scary that Charlie's already planned next year. Never mind, we've still got 6 months of this year to go.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings us to the end of this ADT, except for we saved the best for last. John, can you close us off and boot us into July? Please.
Thank you, Sean. Good evening, everyone. I've enjoyed this talk. Thank you, Kay, for your words of wisdom and answering with your clarity there. It's all a process of learning. And what I was just looking at is that in the back of our presentation at the end, there's two pictures. One is a happy face, and the other one is a sad face. And you, in 5 years' time or 3 years' time, you're going to decide which place do you want? The choice is yours. It's what we're doing now that's going to determine a happy or a sad place later on. And I just can't help thinking this near life business, it's got to be the most incredible money-making machine, if I could use that word, that we've ever seen. For effort, you get reward. And it doesn't depend on your upline or your sideline or whatever. It depends on you. So the driving force for your goals is what's on your dream chart. Now, I know, Sean, you keep your dreams on you. It's never ever lose that machine box of yours. You've got your life on it. Hey, but now it's good to actually put a hard copy where you can see it basically every morning. And in the beginning, I've got to give you one example. How many minutes have I do? I'm doing very brief. Okay, 3 minutes. We used to have to photostat all our orders before we could take it to the warehouse. And that was a schlep because we had to go to a stationery place and say, could you just copy these invoices and then we pay whatever. So we needed a fax machine. And I'll put up, I looked at in the newspaper and I found a little picture of a fax machine. And I said, and I put a date there by December of that year. I needed that. It was going to be my own Christmas present. In about November, I was cleaning out a tenant's office that they were vacated at. And on the aircon, there was this dusty case thing. And I said to the guy, what is that? He said, it's a fax machine. So I said, what's wrong with it? He said, this thing has never worked. I've chucked it out. So I said, oh, would you mind if I took it? And he said, no, just do it as far as you can. It's just caused us such a lot of grief. So took it into part-time highway business machines. I said, can you just service that? I didn't tell them it's never worked. I just said service it. When I got back there, he said, there it is. He said, this thing couldn't have worked before. So I said, well, I've had trouble with it. He said, there was a paper clip stuck in the back of it. And we removed the paper clip, and it's 100%. Wow. So, you know, if I wasn't alert to what is on my green chart, I don't think I would have passed by and never been chucked outside. So I know we don't use fax anymore with emails and all that's history, but the principle is there. And even our first motor car, a Toyota Corolla, Debbie had a picture of that on our green chart. And we got that, the same color. We drove past Toyota in Pinetown, and there it was. The guy had just driven into 7th, and it hadn't even gone on the floor there when we made an offer and we bought them. So, and there's hundreds of stories where people have put their dreams, what they wanted, onto a chart. And initially, they thought this is going to be the most ludicrous, ridiculous answer they ever had. But in the end, it's actually paid off. So determine what do you want in the next 6 months, 18 months, and 3 years. And I want you, the special 3-year one, I want you to dream big. World team travel. That's going to be a plus for everybody. And an overseas trip once a year that you can go and visit exotic places. I know we're going to Egypt next year. that it's Greek islands the following year, maybe Antarctica or wherever. You can join us on the World Food Circuit. But make the plan now. And then I think Kay said it, make a doable structure to get there and just bite-size a task. So don't try and eat the whole thing in one go. Just say, right, this time in September, I need to be so many PV and I need to get that person in there. It makes the difference. You know, the power of one. And it's all up to us right now to decide what we want. I can't decide for you. Sean can't. None of us can decide what each of you need. All I can say is if you put your step goals in your dream job and you achieve it, the money will come. Don't worry about the money. It's a lifestyle that we are building for ourselves. And if you have a look at, if you can see in the future, 3 to 5 years, I don't think you would believe what's in store for you. If you always do what you've always done, promise you, nothing's going to change. We've got to do something a little bit different outside what we've been doing in order for things to change. And my just encouragement tonight is have a look at what you want. Put it on a chart that's very visible, make the steps there, and then I think someone mentioned it tonight, 1 hour a day or 5 hours a week. Put that as a goal and make that at your top. So I just am so excited. We've got the leadership now. Every one of you can be walking the beaches of the world every night. And I don't see why you can't do it. We need you there. It's so lonely for Debbie and I to be on these travel trips there in exotic places and say, you know what? Need to have a team there. So big team, we've got a big team. It's going to get much bigger. We've got to have that goal, the vision. Jenny holiday, enjoy your holiday wherever you are. You look as though you're on the beaches of Mauritius. Oh, that.
I'll send you my picture of Mauritius just now. I was there this morning.
And hey, keep talking to people. You've got it.
Thank you.
And
Thanks, John.
You want to, hey, I know you can do it. You can be there. And I'll see you've got all the experience that anyone would love to have. And Rosemary, hiding away in Clarksville. You think we can't see you there, big girl? We know where you are. We've seen you, and we know that you can explode this. It's up to you. You've got so much talent, all of you. So thanks, Sean, and thanks for doing our ADT tonight. Give a sense of love to every one of you. So
thank you. Lots of love.
Well done, Sean. Proud of you.
Thanks, everyone. That was brilliant.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you very much. And
God bless.
let's go
See
on
you Saturday.
and share the business, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Saturday. Yay.
Just